The US technology stock market Nasdaq and the German stock exchange the Deutsche Börse are reported to be in talks about a possible partnership. According to an influential German business magazine, Focus Money, if the talks are successful, then the London Stock Exchange is likely to lose its preeminent position in Europe. Last year, the London Exchange called off merger talks with the Deutsche Börse after intense competition from its members. If the reports are true, then it highlights the ever-growing desire for exchanges to pool resources and trade across different time zones. With me in the studio, Salvatore Sodano, Chairman and Chief Executive of the American Stock Exchange, and he's also Vice Chairman of the National Association of Securities Dealers, which is a parent of the Nasdaq and the American Stock Exchange. That's quite a complicated title. So what about the Nasdaq and the German Börse getting together? Do you see that as a possibility?
Well, the Nasdaq has openly expressed its interest to look at alliances globally, and the European community is certainly the area that is currently on topic for consolidation.
Is Frankfurt a more attractive place, you think, to do business than London at the moment, in terms of stock exchange business?
Well, I'd like to look at it from the perspective of bringing product and expertise into the community rather than just what is a pure alignment of exchanges. One of the things we're looking at on the American Stock Exchange side is how can we bring new product and new ideas and innovation to different parts of the world. Good example of that would be what the American Stock Exchange did back in June, was announcing a relationship with the Singapore Stock Exchange where we created a 50-50 joint venture to bring product from the American Stock Exchange to trade in the Asian region. So it depends on what you bring to a marketplace, what's the value added in the scenario, and that will help get things moving along.
Does it matter in Europe where it is, particularly?
I don't believe that physical location really is a primary
Efficiency
objective.
of the market mechanism is better, is it? Because Frankfurt is obviously much quicker than London.
Market structure, quality of technology, and the ease and ability to get things done usually will win the day. One of the things we're looking at, again looking at it from the American Stock Exchange perspective, since it's one of the reasons why I'm in the European community this week, is to look at a way to bring new product to the investing community here in Europe. Something we have at the American Stock Exchange, which is not well known here in the European community, is something called exchange-traded funds. The exchange-traded fund was viewed by most as the most explosive new product in Wall Street over the last year. The Amex has a virtually 100% market share. Over 200 of these products trade in the Amex. We're looking at bringing this marketplace to the European community on a pan-European base. Basically, we're looking to have the opportunity for all European investors to gain access to this new investment marketplace.
Okay, give us some clues then as to what sort of a stock market would be a good partner for you. I mean, is it something like London, which is relatively traditional, for example, or is it something like Frankfurt, for example, which is more technology-led? Which is more attractive?
We're looking for a solution that will provide easy access to all investors, both professional and retail, to gain access to these products. So the solution that we will be announcing in a few weeks, actually, is a solution which will provide pan-European access to this market. We'll be looking for something quite similar to what we did in Singapore, and just quickly what that was is a 50-50 joint venture where we looked at the Singapore Stock Exchange platform combined with the absolute pure expertise in these products out of the American Stock Exchange, combining know-how, contact expertise with distribution capability. Let's do the same thing here in Europe, and we'll have a solution announced shortly.
Very briefly, one of the problems with the UK is that people are now just about waking up to having stock portfolios and all the rest of it, and yet you would like to come here and sell them other things that they don't really know about. Is that not a barrier for you?
No, it's not a barrier, because in any new marketplace, you have to get started somewhere. The education process will be substantial. It was substantial in the U.S. Matter of fact, the education process in the U.S. is still going on, even though there's been explosive growth with the product.
Salvatore Sodano, thanks very much indeed for joining us.
My pleasure, Michael.
Thanks.